All right, welcome back to class. In this particular section, we are going to talk about how to set up company profile. We in the previous section talk about how we can navigate QuickBooks. That's what QuickBooks is made up of and what we can do with QuickBooks. So in this particular section of the video, we are going to look at how to set up our own company profile. Remember that in the previous video we used a sample company to do all the navigation we needed to do to see what QuickBooks is made up of and how we can use QuickBooks. So but in this particular project, we want to create our own company and see how transactions are recorded in real time in QuickBooks, how we can go about recording transactions and capturing information that are necessary. So without wasting much of our time, let's just get right into it. So when you open your QuickBooks, remember that this is the way you're going to see it. So once you open it like this, you can see the create company, which is what we're going to do right now. And we have the open or restore an existing company. Now this open or restore an existing company is a kind of like maybe you have a backup because you have a company, because where you see this is where this is applicable is where you have multiple companies you're managing with QuickBooks Desktop. You have their names listed here. Maybe the company you are looking for is not actually open here, so open in this place. So what you needed to do is to click open or restore an existing company. So it should not take you to your computer folder where QuickBooks files are saved. You can select the company you want to open and it will open, and click on it. It will open on QuickBooks. Or maybe you back up your QuickBooks data or QuickBooks file. You want to transfer them into another system. You just install QuickBooks into that system. So you can now copy from there. You can now copy the folder from where you install it, from where it was saved, then to QuickBooks. Then you can click it. QuickBooks will now import it from that place. It will now open in your new PC or your new computer as if it was the computer you are using to record transaction in. So that is another thing this can do for you. The sample company, which is what we did earlier on, so we are not going to waste any time on this again. So let's just click right on the create a new company. So if you create a new company, this is what you're going to see. There's an express or there's an emphatic button, which you are seeing, this blue button that says express start. So it's an emphatic button which says, okay, you can start creating your company, no problem. QuickBooks will take care of every other thing on the background. But because you are a learner, I wouldn't want a situation whereby you go to your QuickBooks file and you'll be seeing a lot of information. You'll be asking yourself, how did I get here? I don't even know when these things were created. That is why I'm not going to use the express start. But on your own, you can try them out and see how it works. So I'm going to use the detail start, where I will be entering those information. I'll be filtering out charts or filtering out some of the account or some of the things I feel like I need that QuickBooks was not going to import them, or was going to import or was not going to import them when I use the express start button. So that is what I'm going to use. I'll use the detail start. So now we have the create a new company file based on an existing company. Now remember in the when we were talking about the navigation of QuickBooks, I think I made mention of like creating an existing company, creating a company based on an existing company. Like you can create a company based on the sample company we even used. What it means is that those files, those chart of account that are those setup that are made in the chart of account for that sample file, QuickBooks will import them, but you don't import the transaction. You import those chart of account and other settings all in QuickBooks, all in your new company file for you to use as a basis because that is one of the importance of going through the sample company to see what you like and what you may not like. So that is it. So in that case, if that is what you want, you can go ahead and use the create button. And also another one is convert data from different accounting application softwares to QuickBooks. So this is another option you can use. This is rarely the case. You can rarely find this situation, but as an accountant or as a consultant, you can find this sometimes when a company, if you look at it here now, it says detail start, control the setup and fine tune the company file. So that is what we're going to want to control the settings of our company. So let's go ahead and click. So once you click, let's type first of all, you must know your company name. So this let's say City Mart or City Store. This is a distribution company, Ltd, limited liability company. So you can just go ahead. So tax identification number, if you have the RC number, you have the tax identification number, that's a thing, you can put it here. Otherwise you can leave it. So the address, let's say 27 Odua Street, so Enugu. Then you can continue here. You can now, which state? The state is Enugu. City or state is Enugu. Now the country, because Nigeria is not listed, we can just use others. So we have the state, because our own state is not listed, we can just go ahead and leave it blank. The zip code, you can leave it blank or fill in the phone number. I would like to put my actual phone number here for people that would like to reach me on WhatsApp. You can reach me on this on WhatsApp plus 234 70 81 19 15 68. That is my WhatsApp number. You can also reach me. So your email will be like something citymart@gmail.com. Then your website will be like www.citymart.com or .ng, something like that. So that is it. So once you're done with filling all this information, you can just click next. So once you click next, the next thing is to select the industry where a business falls. So we have the accounting and bookkeeping, we have the advertising and public relations, we have the agricultural, ranching and farming, we have the art, writing and photography, we have the automotive, sales or repairs, we have the church and religions, we have all this. You can now choose which industry your company falls in. So in case you do not see where your company falls in your company, this thing is not there, you can now decide, okay, is your company a product-based business or is it a service-based business, but it's not listed in there. You can choose to use, you can decide to use general product-based business, or you can decide to use general service-based business. So whichever one you choose is still gonna work, but I doubt if there's any industry that QuickBooks have not captured here. So depending on your location, depending on your kind of business, you always find there's always a way for you in QuickBooks. So this is a distribution, sales and distribution company. So we are going to now go straight to locate sales and distribution, wholesale and distribution. So we can click it and say next. Now is it organized as a sole proprietorship, partnership, LLC or corporation, or is it a non-profit organization? Of course it's an LLC. Let's go ahead and leave it. Click on LLC and click next. So you can see we are now selecting. So what is your accounting year end? What is the fiscal year? So our fiscal year, since this is October 2024, I may decide to say, okay, my business starts October 2024, but it's rarely the case. That doesn't, the day you are installing QuickBooks, it's not necessarily the day that your accounting system starts. So it can be January. So you know that one. You can just click next, and when you click next, you now select next. So administrative password, this is very important, but it's optional for now, but later on we can do it. So it's a kind of, you have to do a kind of because QuickBooks administrative password are actually very complicated. So that we are going to talk about it in a separate video. For now, we can just keep it and go ahead with what we are doing. So now we have finished those parts that QuickBooks deemed they are necessary. So we can now say next again. So it will now start creating our company profile. So click next. So where do you want QuickBooks to save your company file? You can see this is the folder. Now company file, this is company files. These are QuickBooks data file. So this is where QuickBooks will save all this information. And where is this thing located? It's located in my PC. So this is it. You can just click save. You don't need to change anything here. It will now save the file with the name City Store Limited. That's what it will save. It will use the name of the company to save the QuickBooks, to save the company file. So it will save it on your desktop. Why it brought all this in? If you have any other location you want QuickBooks to save it to, you can do that, but otherwise you can just leave it on default like this and click next, save. So once you click save, you can see it has started creating your company profile. It will just take a while, but it will complete. And I can see we are 50% done. So let's exercise patience as we wait for it to continue and start doing whatever it's doing. Now if you look at on top of this place, you can see that QuickBooks has already created the name of the company. So City Store is already displaying on top. You can see the background is displaying some information. 90% done, 99 done. So we are up. Now I can choose to skip this place. I can choose to leave this place like that. I can choose not to do any other thing like this. I can choose to go to QuickBooks Direct and start doing whatever I'm doing, but I may not get some functionalities. What QuickBooks actually did is created my company file, but there are other things that I needed to do. So to customize it according to my need, I didn't even that I use the Express start, I won't have seen this. So since I'm using this one so that I can control the way QuickBooks appear or the kind of features I want to see in QuickBooks, I can just go ahead and select next. Now what do you sell? What do you say? QuickBooks is now asking what do you say. So in this case, I'll say both services and product. Why did I say both services and product? Sometimes if you're supplying as a wholesale, if you're supplying to people, now at some point you have to do delivery. So sometimes we add these delivery charges as a service we render to our customer. So you can say both service and product. You can, if your own is just services, you can go ahead and say both just services. If it's only product, you can go ahead and say only product. But for me, I do both services and products. So I think it's also recommended that you should use both, because you don't know the kind of service you may render in future. You can just go ahead and say next. Now, do you charge sales tax? Of course, we charge sales tax. So you can just, sales tax is the same thing as value added tax in Nigeria, GST in India. So you can go ahead and click next. So do you want to create estimate in QuickBooks? Do you create estimate? Well, because we render services, sometimes it's recommended. So that is why you see QuickBooks recommended. If you don't want it, you can just go ahead and uncheck that and say no. But let's just leave it like that, because sometimes we have to send estimate, maybe for the delivery we want to do. So tracking customers order in QuickBooks. Do you track customers order in QuickBooks? Of course we track customers order in QuickBooks. So you can just go ahead and say yes, leave it as recommended, say next. Now, using statement in QuickBooks. Do you want to use billing statement in QuickBooks? Yes, we want to use billing statement in QuickBooks. Now, using progress invoice. Do you use progress invoice? I don't think we use progress invoice, so you can just say no as recommended. Now you can see QuickBooks understand that our business is wholesale and distribution company, and there is no need for progress invoice, because it's not a construction company. So construction that send progress invoice according to the job done, or according to job that they have done completed. So you can just go ahead and say next, no, and say next. So do you manage managing bills? Do you manage managing bills you owe? Do you want to manage bills that you owe? Yes, we want to manage bills that you want to know how much you are owing people, how much you are owing your suppliers. So that is what we are going to say. We can just say continue. Yes, you can say yes and say next. So once that is done, you can see tracking inventory in QuickBooks. Do you track? Of course we track inventory. I don't know why it's telling us no. Of course we track inventory in QuickBooks. Now see, use inventory in QuickBooks to keep track of items in stock, items on order from vendors, or items to be billed for customers. Of course we track invoice. So these are some of the things that you need to have done on your own. It's not as if we use Express Start you cannot later do it, but it's gonna be like you should have done all these things. It's like going to be a waste of time for you. So it's better you do it initially, right now, as you're setting up the company file. So you go ahead and click next. Of course you click yes if you track inventory. If you are dealing on inventory product, yeah, you can say yes. If you are not, you can just say no. So yes. Do you track time in QuickBooks? No, I don't track time. I don't have any business with time here, so I can just say no. Go ahead. Now, do you have employees? Of course I have employees. Of course I have employees. I can say yes. How many employees do you have? We have blah 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 blah. You can just leave it and say next. Okay, sorry, you must select one. You can go and click one of them, click one of the options, click next. Then here you can just read through and whatever, and you can see next we will help you to set up your chart of account, which are categories of income, expenses, and more that you will use to track your business. So all these things are things that people will do on the background, the chart of account. So you click next. Now, when did your business start? Do you want to set it? Is your fiscal year starting today? Remember what we did earlier on. What is our fiscal year? Did your fiscal year start today that you're setting QuickBooks, or did it start on the 1st of January, the one you selected? So actually the beginning of this fiscal year is January. So that is when we start. So you can choose to use today if that is the day you started your business. So you can just go ahead with this and click next. So these are the chart of account that QuickBooks is going to import. So this is for your final review, to review whether you want to import these things all or what. So shipment and delivering income, yes. Freight costs, yes. That's freight cost is going to be like the fuel, the diesel, merchant account, all these things, advertising and promotion account, auto and truck expenses, bank charges, computer and internet services. You see, all these things are chart of accounts that you need. So I think we are good. I don't need interest. Okay, interest expenses, yes. News and entertainment, I don't think I need that. I'll just uncheck it. Professional fee, printing and reproduction, I think maybe I don't need it, because I'll put all those ones in the advertising and promotion costs. Then we have rental, that's office rent. We have repairs and maintenance. We have taxes. I see property. I don't think I need this. I don't think I also need this. Travel expenses and utilities, yes, I don't think. Then I think I also need this one, finance income. There's interest from bank, I think I need it. Finance income, and I also think I need interest income. That's anyone I need. I can check. If I don't need, you can say I don't think I need this. I don't think I need this as well. So that is just a walkthrough. Insurance expenses, yeah, I think I need that. Let's say, do we have subscription? The equipment rental, if you do equipment rental, you can select that one too. Now this auto and truck repairs, you can just leave it as well. So that is it. When you're done, if you're okay with your chart of account, you can just click next. So when you click next, you can see QuickBooks is saying congratulations, you are about to go. So go to setup, you can just say okay. You can just click on go to set up. It has now set up the chart of account, and everything is set up automatically for you, and you are ready to go. So you can see here now you will be adding up the vendors, the people you do business with, but we are not going to do that in this particular section of the video. So when we return, we are going to do that. Thank you, and see you in the next class.